Okay, and so in part two of this video, I'd like to actually go through week one and kind of just show you what you're going to need to be doing this week and how you're going to be able to submit the assignments and the content in order to get your points. All right, so in week one, you'll go ahead and click on, obviously, week one folder. All right, and so again, this may begin to look a little different as we tweak and fine tune it to make it look nice. But for now, this is what it looks like. All right, so first at the very top, I'm going to go ahead and I'll post a reading assignment. Each week, you will have a different reading assignment, and these will correspond to the syllabus, which in week one says we're going to need to read chapters 1 through 3 in the textbook Skinny on College Success. Now, on occasion, I may want you to actually read another document, maybe go visit a website, read a different article that will complement or supplement the information on that Skinny on College website or college textbook. So if that's the case, then I'll include other additional readings that you'll need to do in the reading assignment kind of tab. So that might be a link. You can either click on it or copy and paste it into a web browser to get to the additional readings. So that's what you'll see here is your reading assignment. So for this week, go ahead and just focus on chapters 1 through 3. Again, they're a pretty quick read, jam-packed with a lot of little tidbits of information. I really enjoyed this textbook. It's quite good. All right, so then you have some assignments. All right, so here, let's go ahead and take a look at this first assignment. First assignment is email the instructor. A lot of students don't know how to send the email correspondence to instructor. One, they don't find the instructor's email address. And then two, once they send the email, maybe they don't know email etiquette. So this one is just trying to get you to send that email to an instructor so that you can then correspond with them. Little note to you guys, every time you send an email to an instructor, you should always include your first and last name, also what class you are enrolled in that particular, for that particular instructor. I have a lot of students that say, Dr. Rawlinson, I'm in your chemistry class. In my first video, I told you I have oftentimes 3, sometimes 4 different chemistry classes. So be a little bit specific when you email your instructors. It really helps out a lot. All right, so in the first assignment, all you have to do is send me an email. All right, in order to get, let me back up. First, the email you should send should be from your TVCC email address. It should not be from your Yahoo or Gmail. Oftentimes, when instructors have a lot of emails coming into their inbox, if it's from an email that they don't recognize, they may not get to it right away, or maybe not even get to it at all. All right, so when we see a TVCC email, more likely to get a response quickly. So you should send your correspondence through TVCC email addresses. Okay, so in order to get full credit for this particular assignment, you need to include these 4 items. All right, I'm very specific on what I would like you to have in this email. So first and last name, tell me where you are from and where you currently reside. Are you in Ontario or not? That will help me know how many students are off-campus students for this quarter. All right, number 3, tell me what you're majoring in. If you have a major, and if you haven't decided, please just tell me one of your options. You should have many ideas. Don't just say, I haven't decided yet, I'm just doing my general studies. Well, then tell me at least one thing that you think you might want to do. All right, that's part 3. And then number 4, I want to get to know you a little bit, so tell me something that you like to do. Tell me one of your hobbies so that I can kind of get to know you a little bit. All right, so that's what you're going to do in an email sent to me. All right, now, in this particular assignment, let me show you what happens when you click on the assignment link. All right, you click on the assignment link, and it goes to the actual assignment. Again, here's the information that I want you to do, the instructions for that assignment. Notice there's a due date. This is the end of the week. Week 1 is, I'm going to go ahead and push things out to Saturday, October 3rd. Notice points possible. This one is worth 5 points as per the syllabus. All right. Now, in many of the other assignments, you can actually submit the text of the assignment in this interface. So you'll click on Write Submission, and you can actually write your text here of whatever the assignment is. This particular assignment is sending an email. So this text here is not an email. So notice the last sentence in the instructions. It says, after you send the email to me through your TVCC account, you need to enter the words email sent in the assignment submission page to notify me that the email was sent and that I can give you the points. So that will be down here, email sent. This is for Blackboard to recognize that you quote unquote completed the assignment. It will send me a notification that I need to grade that assignment. So in this particular one, I'm going to check my inbox, and when I see your email, as long as you've got those 4 points, you get your 5 points. Okay, again, most of the assignments in this class are task-oriented. As long as you follow instructions, finish the task, you get your points. If you don't follow the instructions, I won't be able to give you the points. All right, so that's what you would do, and then you can go ahead and hit submit. And what you'll see is a little review. Okay, this is what you sent me, email sent, and then you hit OK. And great, I just finished that assignment. Okay, so let me show you another assignment. Assignment number 2, long-term and short-term goals. So let me read this real quick. Please submit 1 long-term goal of more than 5 years timeline and 2 short-term goals which are a 1-year timeline or within 1 year timeline. And then in addition to the suggestions in the textbook for your goals, you should also consider the SMART method to help you create an effective goal. So there's a YouTube video to help you see what this SMART method of goal setting is. And notice, in order to get full credit, the goals should be specific, measurable, and realistic or attainable. That's, again, part of that SMART method. So how to do this one. So again, you'll click on the assignment. Oh, I was already playing with this. Let's go ahead and do a new attempt. Start new. So this was one where I was just playing to see what it would look like. Okay, but you can start a new attempt. Again, instructions are here. You go ahead and you write your submission, and in this one, you can actually write your goals. So, goal 1, and then type your goal, and so on. Goal 2, and you type your goal, so on. All right, so you'll actually type your goals out there. And again, this is only going to come to me, so you don't have to worry about others seeing it. And then you'll submit. And notice, here's what I just wrote on that second attempt. Notice this one has multiple attempts. Not all of them have multiple attempts, but when it does have multiple attempts, you have this OK button, which it is a button, even though it doesn't look like one, or this start a new attempt. What you'll just do is hit OK, and you've submitted an assignment. Okay, so those are 2 that you will actually do, and then I will get a notification to be able to go in and grade those assignments and give you the points. All right, for the last assignment in this week 1 is to start this time diet. Okay, you can read through the instructions there, but the time diet is logging your hours of the day for a week, and it's a way to look and see how you use your time. Are you spending more time doing a certain activity than you thought, or maybe you're not spending enough time on a certain activity? So this is just trying to give you an idea of what you can maybe improve or what you're doing extremely well. Hopefully you get a little bit of both of those outcomes when you do this time diet. Again, this one is not one where you will actually get points for doing the time diet per se, but rather, notice it says, next week, week 2, you'll then complete a discussion board with your fellow students to process what you learned from this activity. The discussion board is how you get the points for this activity. The discussion board instruction will be posted in the week 2 assignments. So let me just go there real quick. So you'll start the time diet sometime this week, and again, you'll finish it by the end of next week. So that's Saturday the 10th is when that time diet is due by, and to do the discussion board. Let's go ahead and go back to course content. Week 2. I need to add more to this week 2, but one of the things that I did have is this week 2 discussion, time diet. I believe on week 2 you'll have another discussion board that you're going to be doing as well on a different topic, and that one I'll be posting shortly. Okay, so just for example, week 2 discussion, time diet. Notice you start a thread and I tell you some things that I want specifically in that thread. 1, please describe at least one thing that you found surprising about your time diet. 2, tell at least one thing that you would like to improve on and how you might do that. And 3, any other insights you learned about yourself. So that should be in the thread that you start in the discussion board. All right, then as normal, you need to comment or ask questions for 2 different classmates' threads that they started. Again, a little disclaimer, be respectful. All right. And sometimes reading other people's thoughts and insights will help make this activity even more meaningful to you as you have new insights about yourself as you read other people's comments. So that's what we're hoping for in these discussion boards. So let me just show you really quick. If you are done with this time diet, and again, remember this is for next week. I'm just showing you it now. You can click in here and it brings you to the forum. And you would then create a thread and you can title it maybe your name or something like that, and then you go ahead and you can start your thread. So for example, Dr. Rawlinson, and I'm going to start that thread. Okay, I think that is where, okay, pause, let me go back. We'll click on the thread. I didn't include any other information. So in the thread, you can have the subject, the title of the thread, or and then you type your information about that, what you learned in the time diet. Okay, so those would be number 1, 2, and 3, which were what you found surprising, what you want to improve upon and how you're going to do it, and then any other thoughts you had about this exercise. Okay, and then you'd post that, and those would come up here, and then somebody else could come in and reply to that thread and so on. Okay, so that's how we can do that in the thread, in the discussion board. You can also get to those discussion boards by clicking on this discussion board tab. Notice you'd see week 2, time diet there, and that would take you to the same actual place as going to course content, week 2, and the week 2 discussion. Okay, takes you to the same place. All right, so that is a little bit about how you're going to be going ahead and doing your week 1. Hopefully, if you have any questions, please email or call or come into my office, and hopefully this makes sense and we'll get up and running.